Thank you. Thank you, Andrew, for the big ups rack. I'm the BRB. We're going to hear from Rayo in just a second. I just wanted to say, originally from the United States, the East Coast, and although I'm not a refugee, I have taken refuge in this country. In 2006, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, and it went into my bone, which is a really rare case. And yeah, a lot of people gave up on me. I was in a wheelchair for a few years, palliative care at home, overhearing conversations to my wife, my beautiful Australian wife, are you ready for his passing? And a lot of friends and good mates never gave up on me. I would like to call my son to the stage, Bo. Without the Australian healthcare system, I would be not here. So, thanks, buddy. Yeah, I thought I'd do a little remix of an old hymn. I thought it'd be fitting. You can sing along if you'd like, or not. Can you pump the volume way up? Let's switch it up a little bit. Come on, clap for me. A little bit more in the monitors. Yeah. You can nod your head and be like, yeah. Get into the beat a little bit. A little more in the monitors. Yes. Ha, ha, ha. Amazing grace. How sweet the sound, pound for pound. You know we can get down, and from city to city, and from state to state, we do this for the refugees. So head relate, cause I'm the minister, master motivate. I come to set the record straight, we do this for the underground. So heads relate, cause I'm the minister, master motivate. I come to set the record straight, a lyrical eloquent illustrator. DJ, hit that crossfader. Yeah, y'all. I either be dead or in debt, and sometimes debt is as dead as death, you know what I mean? Yes, yes, yo. Body, soul, and spirit just bounce when you hear it now. Amazing grace undeserved, from a sinner to a saint. Read the word as I swerve every day, I got to maintain. Can't believe I haven't overstayed my mainframe. Never staying the same when I praise his name. He got me out the game with no doubt. That's why when I think about grace, I got to shout, yo. Can't believe I'm still living, still breathing and kicking. If you ask how I did it, it's through the grace I've been given. While I'm ripping up the circuit, making suckers nervous. Sound more freaky than the sideshow circus. If there's any second thoughts about the topic I dropped, I said, yeah, son, cause this is gospel hip hop. Come on. Yeah, a little remix. How sweet the sound. Body, soul, and spirit just bounce when you hear it now. Amazing grace, so what's left to say? Without the grace of God, I wouldn't be here today. Someone know it's okay to play croquet and crochet. Forget about the grace of God and still get paid, but I can't. I won't, I got to sing his praise. I give props to my peeps that helped me out along the way. The kids from the streets, the kids from the ab, all the fun to be had. I don't mean to make you feel bad. Bottom of the barrel, about as low as you go. So what the hell needs to happen so God can save our souls? As I open doors from your heart, I spark this like an arsonist when I'm ripping up on the parsonist. And what I gotta say with Rayo de Sol, I'm on the microphone, everybody scream like you're out of control. Yeah, amazing grace, y'all. Thank you. I am the BRB, and right about now, we're gonna let that acapella ride out. Let's have a listen. This is my girl, Lady J. A different key of Amazing Grace. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, y'all. I work for a kind of not-for-profit, volunteer, called Crosswords, and we've been known as like the hip-hop church. We go in and kind of like teach kids and, you know, at-risk youth or whatever you want to call it, the phrases. And we also do trips overseas. So last year we went to Malaysia, and we did some DJ workshops. There was a couple of break dancers that did dancing workshops, and there was a young kid over there who we impacted so much, he said, oh, I want to come to Australia and visit you guys. 19-year-old kid. So he goes kind of to the part of town where you can get passports and things. And he says to him, look, I want to go to Australia. And they say, oh, that's great. Yep. So we'll hook you up with a job on a farm, and you'll get $17.50 an hour, free Wi-Fi, free accommodation. Yep, just give us your money. Here it is. And we were at a school doing some workshops, and I got this Facebook message from him and saying, I'm in Australia. And I went, okay, that's crazy. Where are you? He goes, I don't know. I'm supposed to go to the bus station and give my name. And I was like, what? How did you get here? And cutting a long story very short, a bus picked him up, took him to the middle of Victoria somewhere, and said, there's your accommodation. It was a shipping container with 4 other grown men. There was no pillows, blankets, anything. There was a very thin, dirty mattress that was all stained and disgusting on the floor. They said, you get $2.50 per box that you fill, and they were very large boxes of grapes. He said his first day he worked 10 hours. They didn't give him a break. He had to relieve himself in the field. And he came back and they said, all right, well, your accommodation is $60 a week, so you'll have to pay that, and as well as $13 a week to get to and from the farm to your workplace. Yeah. They asked him, do you have a mobile? Let's give us your mobile and we'll connect you to the Wi-Fi here when they first got there. And he lied and said no. Well, when he was being transported on the back of a bus, he took a sneaky picture of a road sign, tagged it on Instagram. We found him, and a couple of the guys came to the front door and say, hi, how you going? We called the authorities and did all that stuff before that, but they said, oh, I'm sorry, it takes 28 days to process. You have to go through this person and go through this. And we did all that. We filled out the paperwork. We filled out everything online. Never heard anything from immigration. We got an auto response twice. Tried to follow it up with the AFP. The AFP said, look, as a side, I would just like to say, if you can go and collect your friend, you probably should, because people disappear. And that came from a police officer. So we did that. We did that in a very non-violent manner. They were more than happy to let him go. He said that he was housed with, there was no Wi-Fi, by the way. He was really upset about that, being 19. He said that he was housed with other people. They couldn't communicate with each other. There was a lot of Chinese, Malaysian people, different Asian countries, but they couldn't even communicate with each other. And some of them were there for like 2 years, just working to stay there, knowing that they didn't know anything better. We finally looked at his passport. It wasn't a working visa like they said, it was just a tourist visa. So what we did was we had him, stay at our houses, and we fed him and took him in like family. And I apologize on behalf of Australia. I have dual citizenship. I'm a merry Aussie, so to speak. But I said, on behalf of Australia, I want to apologize that was your first impression of our country and us exploiting you and taking advantage of you. Please forgive us. And we raised money for him as Crosswords, as an organization or ministry, whatever you want to call it. And we raised $1,500 Aussie dollars, which is about 9,000 of his dollars. So he was super happy. But that's the kind of stuff that I'm involved in. And I'm so happy to be here. Big ups to RAC. Thank you so much.